800-5800-TOM. Here comes Ray on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Ray.
How are you?
Great.
Well, almost as sad or as bad as I feel to admit, I've been a listener for probably about a year now. My uncle turned me on to you, and damn near broke every rule that I've learned with you in the last year. Was about 18 years old, got, met, the one I, love. She's, sorry, I'm a little nervous here. But, she's totally great all the way around. I mean, she was gorgeous, was...
and when you say all the way around, you mean all the way around.
I guess so after 2 kids, yeah. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
2 kids. Wait a minute. How old are you, Ray?
21.
And you have 2 kids?
Yes, sir.
And you're married 2.5 years? It's... May I say, I can tell you're a new listener, and let me guess, because you have 2 kids, but you've only been married 2.5 years, I'm imagining you knocked her up and then thought you were doing the right thing by marrying her?
Yeah, that's what my, I guess you'd call him my blood father told me to do, and I wish I'd have listened to you much sooner as far as that goes. Don't get me wrong, I love my daughters to death, would do anything for them, just wish I could have until I was a little more financially prepared, as you say.
And so you were married to somebody who respected you enough not to become a big fat pig.
Well, exactly, and, don't get me wrong, like I said, she's, a wonderful woman all the way around, great-hearted, and was, is an awesome mother, and she, hate to say it, but, I should have, as even some of my other friends that even said it, even my brother when I first got with her, was, to take a look at the mom and see exactly what I got to look forward to here in, the next, 10, 15 years when he had found out what I was doing.
Yes, if you take a look at the mom, that's the future right there.
So, I just don't know, what to do as far as, or what I even can do. Like I said, I love her to death. It's just, that so to speak, because it even isn't there anymore.
By the way, how old is Mom? 40?
She's, I think, 45 now.
Oh, that old.
She lives in Arkansas now. It was a big drama. She, ended up doing it twice to my wife's father and stepfather, left with their best friend, and ran off to another state.
Does that give you a clue as to what kind of child she raised?
I like to think that, she's not exactly like her mother,
Yeah, well, I like to think Santa Claus is coming to town.
I don't know. She's, like I said, she seems totally different from her mom, but like I said, like you always say, women lie, cheat, steal, and are deceiving, which, I've really been giving a lot of thought to the last couple of months as far as what I'm going to do about my situation.
Well, every 2 days you stay costs you another day of vaginamony.
Yeah, no, thinking all about that, I hope I don't end up having to wait for that, 7-year gut check, but, it happens.
You could do a gut check tonight, it sounds like.
I'd rather not. Oh, man, I sound like the pussy I make fun of when I hear your shows. But I don't know, man. It's just
you want to do a gut check, just catch her when she's in the shower?
I don't know how well that would go over, Tom.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Normally a gut check, you'd be checking your own gut, but in this case...
Oh, man.
By the way, how much weight has she gained since you first knocked her up?
When I met her, she was...
Smoking hot.
Well, yeah, she was about 105 pounds.
Right.
She's 5'2". Gorgeous.
Oh, she was a real spinner. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And now, my second daughter's 4.5 months right now. My wife's probably, I'd say probably around 185, 190.
She's almost twice as big as when you met her?
Yeah.
And when you talk to her about this, what does she say?
Well, probably about a year ago, right before, she had gotten pregnant with my second daughter, it had finally gotten to the point to where, where she was no joke, like 125. She's lost a little bit of weight, or 225, excuse me.
225?
She's lost a little bit of weight, but it was to the point to where, I just sat down with her and explained everything as far as, this just isn't working out. Basically what I'm telling you right now, I had told her. And
what'd she say to that?
Well, the waterworks came, and, of course...
You don't love me for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah, well, you're doing that Christmas shopping. Let me give you your Christmas list, okay? A gym membership, some shorts, some sports bras, 44 double H sports bras. She'll need some running shoes. That's your list. And some carrot sticks.
Oh, goodness. I haven't seen those in my house in forever.
Well, I'm telling you, if she's not getting the hint, maybe it's time to really go into second gear.
Yeah, well, like I said, I had gone into that motion wherein I backed off like a little, as you would call me, a pussy, and told her I'd give her 4.5, to 5 months to, shape up.
To think about shaping up. She's going to start thinking about it. I'm thinking about doing something about it. I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah. And,
just today, I was thinking to myself, I should lose weight. I was thinking about that.
Yeah, but, she ended up coming back down from 225, she ended up coming back down to, I think it was 145 when I found out she was pregnant with my second daughter.
Uh-huh. And then she just gave up after that.
Yeah, and we're pretty much right back in the same boat as we were to begin with.
May I ask, since you were not a listener at the time, why you were so anxious to have a second child so early in your life here?
Well, to be perfectly honest, once again, and just even for as a lesson to guys out there, she had told me that, and I have lived and been married to this woman. She had told me she was on the pill. And, I physically would go down to the doctor's office with her, refill her prescription and all of that stuff. And apparently she wasn't taking it. After she told me she was pregnant, she pulled out.
She lied to you?
Yeah.
And you're happily married over there, Ray, are you?
All except for, that's...
The lying and the getting really fat. Other than that, it's fantastic.
Yeah, pretty much. Lying
is more serious than getting fat.
Yeah, I think, especially after listening to you and even, seeing and meeting people around me and everything else, it just kind of, I know, like you say, you're only as faithful as your options are. And, I've never cheated on my wife.
That's one of my favorite expressions that I've ever said on the program. You're only as faithful as your options are.
Yeah.
By the way, I have found that out in my own life as I've become richer and more successful. I've become more of a philanderer over the years.
Oh, goodness. She's actually calling me right now on the line. Hopefully she's not listening.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You want to find out? I'll wait. I'll hang on.
No. Okay.
I figured I'd give you a chance to go with the other line. You don't want to go to the other line.
Yeah, hell no. I'll delay that one as long as I can. I've got my oldest in the car with me right now. So.
I hear that.
Yeah,
So she lied to you about being on the pill. I might add, by the way, that even if she took the pill, we read the statistic on the air that women over 150 pounds...
Yeah, I heard that yesterday.
Yeah, the pill is less effective for them. To face it, you're putting the same amount of hormones in a body way larger than the average woman.
See, and it was one of those, and it's one of those things where, after I started listening to you, even though I, had thought she was on the pill, I was using a condom every time, no matter what, and I can name the day, the time, everything. The one day I did not, use a condom, my second daughter was conceived.
You have to use one every day. Every time. All the time.
So now, I mean, luckily, knock on wood, I'm got my year supply as far as that goes. I mean, I just wish there were more, precautions.
I imagine you'll be saving on condoms now that she's that big.
Say that again?
I imagine now you'll be saving on condoms now that she's that big.
Oh, God. I mean...
What is it like when all those rolls of fat are coming at you?
Well, 9 times out of 10, I'm on top. Getting her on top, it's useless.
Rolling her in flour and looking for the wet spot?
Pretty much.
And does she have...
keep the lights off.
Let me understand. Does she have those rolls of fat where, like, they've been squeezing together so much during the day, there's, like, sweat in between the rolls?
Well, put it this way. I had heard... and hold on, baby girl. Sorry. I had heard on another radio show, Morning Talk, there was a guy who had gone into the hospital or the emergency room because he had abdominal pains and wasn't sure what was going on. The doctor went in, lifted up that roll, and found there was an Oreo cookie that had sat under there and actually infected him. It had sat there for God knows how long.
There you go. She's probably losing things in there right now.
Yeah. Probably.
Nail files,
like I said, lights
tampons.
off, close my eyes, and I'm good to go.
Yeah. Maybe she was meaning to take her pill, but she lost it in the rolls of fat.
No, she had those stashed under the bed in a little suitcase.
Now, did she admit to lying about that?
After I had practically flipped out initially when she had told me she was pregnant, yeah, she had come clean on it. And
she tell you why she lied to you?
We went round about it for, hours, days, weeks, and I never got a straight answer. I mean, anytime I'd bring it up, I had just forgot, blah, 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 whatever else, and I was, I don't know. It just turned into a bad situation for a while, but since then, of course, she, shapes up and, as far as attitude-wise and everything else, and, like you said, just get her a gym pass membership for Christmas or something like that, right?
Oh, if you're going to stay, I wouldn't get her one indulgence. Everything would be sending the same message.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, I don't know. Maybe after the holidays, I hope I grow the balls.
And where you get a shop? Hickory Farms? Cinnabon? We're on the air. You can't say that.
I'm sorry, Tom. I hate guys that do that even on your show. Typically, I apologize about that.
Yep. Yeah, get her the Cinnabon gift card.
I ain't doing the gift card thing after hearing that earlier. I'll give her cash. Then again, she'll end up going in and out.
Hang on a second. Oh, yeah, I'll bet. Which means you'll be going in and out less often. Hang on a second. Dave, what did you want to say to Ray here?
Yeah, visiting from out of town, Las Vegas, which has enough fat people. But this guy obviously deserves what he's got. And all the other guys that are as idiotic as he is deserve these fat, bloated, stink bomb women because they don't have a conscience to be responsible and understand, the consequences of the choices they make. And this guy obviously can't keep a sentence or has any structure to a sentence, repeating himself. He has no, apparently, concept as to the long-term horizon of what he's doing. And there's so many guys out there like this that come on your station and complain about women and all their stuff. The women are doing what they're supposed to do. If you're that stupid, you deserve exactly what you're getting.
Hey, man, come on now. As far as repeating myself and everything, I'm on, the radio I've never done before, a little nervous or whatever else, man. And the last thing not as far as Tom's rules, but I mean, I'm not retarded. I have a good job. I, get paid well. I went to school, and, a community college and got the things that, I needed to start, going towards making a better life for myself, man. So, I mean, you don't know all that.
21 years old with 2 kids, a bloated wife that you're not comfortable being with. And where are you going to be when you're in the next 25 years? You'll only be like 46 years old. I mean, how silly, how ignorant can you be to have made a choice like this and think that in 5, 10, 15 years, what you've really gotten yourself into? It's a very important message to all the stupid, idiotic guys out there that don't listen. Tom sends a very strong and reasonable message. Don't go over your head. Protect yourself. And wait a while before you make these commitments so that you understand the consequences. You're a real idiot, and the next time you look in the mirror, make sure you have that on soap so that you can wash it off and put it on over and over again and say, idiot, idiot, idiot. It's a high price to pay. I hope your daughters don't turn into what your wife has turned into, and you can teach them some sense. But you're stuck. You're gone. You're out of it. That's all I got to say, Tom. The guy's absolutely out of his mind. It's a terrible situation. I hope the other guys listening understand. Don't go there if you don't need to.
I mean, I definitely hope people learn from my lesson, but, I mean, I wouldn't take, anything I've done, back or for granted or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Well, Ray, thank you very much. I hope things work out for you. I do.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis.
I would rather lose a testicle than miss your show.
Why, thank you for that. It's the Tom Leykis Show.